Hello, mathematicians. Here is the homework about interpreting remainders. Number 1, Jesse is buying boxes to hold all 128 of his movies. Each box holds 5 movies. How many boxes are needed to hold all the movies? 128 divided by 5. 5 cannot go into 1, but 5 can go into 12 2 times. Multiply 2 times 5 is 10. Subtract, bring down. How many groups of 5 can fit into 28? 5 groups of 5. Multiply 5 times 5 is 25. Subtract, there's nothing to bring down. So mathematically, our answer is 25 remainder 3. So our equation, 128 divided by 5 equals 25 remainder 3. 25 remainder 3 boxes, that sounds ridiculous. We are not going to ignore those 3 movies. We are certainly not going to break those 3 movies up into pieces. And we're not going to show it as a decimal either. That's reserved for money questions. So we need to round the answer up. And the reason we're rounding up is because we need to hold all of these movies. So you can ask yourself, is 25 boxes enough? And the answer is no, it's not enough because there's 3 movies left over. So if 25 boxes are not enough, better get 26 boxes. Okay, number 2. Allison had 58 cookies. She wanted to give them to her 3 brothers to share equally. How many cookies did each brother get? 58 divided by 3. You can make one group of 3 out of 5. Multiply 1 times 3 is 3. Subtract and bring down. How many groups of 3 can you make from 28? Let's see, 3 times 9 is 27. Subtract, there's nothing to bring down. That's when you know you're done. So our equation is 58 divided by 3 equals 19 remainder 1. 19 remainder 1 cookies. Well, we are certainly not going to ignore that leftover cookie or change it to a decimal. And we don't have enough cookies for all the brothers to have 20 cookies. That remainder 1 means only one brother could have 20 cookies, and that would not be fair. So things that you can break into pieces, let's do that. Let's change it to a fraction. And the fraction can be found right in the problem. We have 1 cookie divided between 3 brothers. So that would be 1/3. So each brother gets 19 whole cookies and a little bit of a bonus, 1/3. Okay, moving on to the back. Mr. Palmer has a box of 342 pens. He asks his son to divide the pens into groups of 10. How many full groups can he make? 342 divided by 10. 10 cannot go into 3, but 10 can go into 34 3 times. 3 times 10 is 30. Subtract, bring down. 10 can go into 42 4 times. Multiply 4 times 10 is 40. Subtract, nothing to bring down. So 34 remainder 2 is our mathematical answer. But in terms of a story problem, I think we're going to have to figure out what to do with that remainder. 342 divided by 10 is 34 with 2 left over. And I know that the question asked about how many full groups of pens. Well, we're certainly not going to cut our remainder 2 pens, our 2 pens into pieces. And we don't have enough pens to make another full group. Oops, let me cross that out. We don't have enough pens to make another full group. So we need to ignore those 2 pens. Stick them in our drawer. We can make 34 groups of pens. Because right in the problem it says how many full groups. 34 full groups of pens. And the last one. 4 friends split the cost of a pizza equally. The pizza costs $25. 4 cannot go into 2, but 4 can go into 25 6 times. 6 times 4 is 24. Subtract, there's nothing to bring down. 6 remainder 1. So our equation should be 25 divided by 4 equals 6 remainder 1. All right, everyone owes 6 remainder $1. No one would have any idea how much they had to pay. They would know they had to pay $6, but what does remainder 1 mean? Remainder 1 means that there's $1 left that somebody's got to pay for, and the most fair thing would be to split it up. So we are going to change it to a decimal because that's how money is shown. First, I'm going to show it as a fraction. And there's another way to do it as a decimal that we're not going to explore quite yet. But I'm going to write a fraction. We have 6 full dollars. And remember, just like the one on the front side, we have $1 divided between 4 kids. 1/4. And whenever you see fourths in terms of money, does it make you think pennies, nickels, dimes, or quarters? It should make you think quarters because there are 4 quarters in a dollar. So 1/4 would be 25 cents. So if everybody pays $6 and just one more quarter, 25 cents more, then that will take care of that extra dollar. And it will be exactly the $25 that you need. All right, first side. Second side. And I will see you in class.